Until now, we've used the mouse to navigate through all of the tabs and features within the ribbon. If you'd like to access the ribbon without using your mouse, you can use keyboard shortcuts called key tips. To work with key tips, escape so that nothing is selected in your score. You're going to tap the Control key on Mac or the Alt key on Windows. Key tips will appear as boxed letters in the ribbon tab area. Next, type the key tip letter or letters for the ribbon tab that you'd like to access. For example, if I want to access the Notation tab, I'll press the letter N. Sibelius navigates you to the tab you have selected, and new key tips will appear as boxed letters for every feature within that tab. Again, you'll type the key tip letter or letters for the feature you'd like to access within the ribbon tab. For example, if I want to access bar lines, I would type B, L, and Sibelius will display its gallery of bar lines. You may have to continue typing key tips for a while to arrive at the exact command or feature that you're looking for within the ribbon. Eventually, you may have to use arrow keys to maneuver through expanded galleries and lists like this bar lines gallery. And when you arrive at the feature you'd like to select, you can click Return or Enter to select it. Since we had nothing selected on the score before we began, in this case, the bar line I selected is now loaded in my mouse. If I click on top of another bar line in the score, then Sibelius will expel that bar line onto my score page for me. In this case, since I selected an invisible bar line, if I hit Escape, the bar line will go away. Let me do this one more time for you. If I tap Control on Mac or Alt on Windows, to get to the Notations tab, I'm going to press the letter N, BL for bar lines. I'm going to maneuver around. This time I'll choose a double bar line and click Enter or Return. It's loaded in my mouse, and if I click on top of another bar line, then I change that bar line into the one I had selected. Now, this may seem like a slow process of getting somewhere, because I could go up to the Notations tab, hit Escape, grab a bar line with my mouse, and just click it in. But in some cases, it can actually be quicker using key tips than using the mouse. Now, changing the subject slightly, if you recall from a previous video, with nothing selected in your score, you can use the Tab key to tab into the upper left-hand corner of your score page. Now, you also know that you can use key tips to access virtually any feature in the ribbon. You may not have realized it yet, but these two shortcuts effectively make Sibelius an application that never needs a mouse to fully function at all.